Yo, what up? I see when you going. I see when you going from out the chat for an hour or two. A lot of things go down. Um, I didn't even know. I didn't even know that. We already have advanced to week 18. The last game I know we was waiting on was the Raiders and Niners, and they played, and the Niners lost that game, so we moved on to week 18, and then now the Bengals just got through playing the Ravens, so I missed everything. You know what I'm saying? I missed everything just that fast. Listen, week 18 is gonna be a it's gonna be a doozy. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a doozy. So far, we already had one game that kicked off that went a whole different route. But before I get into any of that, let me just shed some light on this incentive thing. I can't, because I see it's a lot of little confusion about what's incentive games and what's not incentive games. I came up with the whole concept first and foremost, just so we all clear. I came up with incentive games for guys that was out the playoffs, right? And I can't. I'm gonna get to that too. No, I'm not gonna let, I'm gonna give DK the forced loss because I didn't catch what you were saying earlier, Norm. You know what I'm saying? Like I was thinking that the Chargers were already in, so I didn't want to say, if the Chargers in, that's gonna be CPU and whoever played the Chargers get a forced win. I wasn't aware that the Chargers were still fighting to get in too. Being that that's the case, I can't let DK just come in and take over a team for 2 weeks. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I didn't know that's what you meant. I was doing a whole bunch of things earlier when I was texting, when I was hitting you up in the chat. But later on, I caught on to what you said, as I was talking to Bat. And so yeah, I'm gonna hit DK up and let him know, yo, bro, I can't let you get in the playoffs because it's not fair to the other guys in the AFC that play all season. Now, if the Chargers already had a solidified spot, if they won the division, they was already in, then I would let DK play because I wouldn't say, yo, whoever played the Chargers get a forced win in the playoffs. I wouldn't do that. But being that he's fighting to get in, then I just gotta let him take the loss, and whoever the other teams that's been playing all season will have a chance to get that spot. So that's that. Now, let's get to the incentive. I came up with the incentive concept because y'all know, especially for you guys that's been playing in my league for the past 2 or 3 Maddens, when you get guys that's not in the playoff race, they have the tendency to just start giving their opponents to win. And I didn't like that because, if you fighting to get in the playoffs, if you got the number 7 seed and a team is 1 game behind the number 7 seed, they don't want to see them just getting forced wins. You know what I mean? So I said, you know what? For guys that's not in, I'm going to get to the guys that's in the playoffs in a minute, but for guys that wasn't in the playoffs that had a chance to knock guys out or, really do damage to them, remember, the key thing was if they had nothing to play for. You understand? If you have nothing to play for and you got a chance to knock a guy out or cut that, if you got like a 2-game lead over the 8th seed and you got a chance to cut that lead to 1, yes, that is an incentive game. Now, for the teams, for guys that has something to play for, if you had something to play for, if both of y'all got something to play for, even if you win and you knock somebody out, that's not an incentive game because you yourself has something to play for. You understand? Now, for the guys who are already in, like you look up, right, you see Claw 14-2. So if Claw was to play Dre this week, that would be an incentive game for Claw. Why? Because Claw has nothing to play for. He don't have to play. The incentive game is only for guys that don't have to play. For guys that have to play, it don't matter if you knock somebody out. That's still not an incentive game because you had to play. So if Claw had to play Dre and Claw won, that's an incentive for Claw. Now, I also said for guys that's out the playoffs, get a bigger incentive for guys that's in the playoffs. For guys that's in the playoffs, you can't get the same thing for guys that's out the playoffs. You know, I'm trying to help. I'm trying to help guys out that's out the playoffs. I'm not trying to really make the guys that's already in, you know, even more ill than what they already are. You know, so that's the thing. So remember, if you have something to play for, even if you knock the team out, that's not an incentive game for you because you had something to play for. Now, if you was in, if you had an X next to your name and you already had a spot, then yeah, if you don't, I get it. Yo, I don't want to play and risk no injury, but you know what? I got a chance to knock Dre out. Let me play Dre. Yes, that incentive game. But in your case, Norm, you couldn't afford. Bengals have 4 losses. So yeah, even if you lost, Norm, you still was looking good. But I don't know. But I don't know how I really would have went because I'm looking at Bills. I'm looking at Bills with 5 losses. All right. You would have had 5 losses had you lost. Dre got 5 losses. Chargers is now getting 6 losses. You know, so technically, no, but here's the thing. But all right, so you know what, Norm? You would have been in regardless, it looked like. Right? The only thing the only thing I can see that might have been if the Chargers were playing. If the Chargers were playing, then that would have probably been something, but you ain't worrying about. So in your case, Norm, yeah, I'll give you something. You know what I'm saying? But again, incentive is not. Yeah, you was in regardless, right? So, but look, you was gonna play back regardless anyway. But that has nothing to do with it. You had nothing to play for, so you could have easily said, "Yo, Bap, I ain't playing." You understand? Because I'm already in. You could have did that. You know what I mean? So yeah, you'll get something, Norm. But again, this only goes for people that's in that scenario. If you're in the playoffs already and you don't have to play, then yes, it's an incentive game for you. You understand? But if you have something to play for, like this week, well, like all right, the Chargers, right? But I'm giving, yeah, but Bap said he got the better record than Chargers. You know what I mean? Bap said he got the better record than Chargers. But, you know, well, I can look right now. In the AFC, Chargers got, he got 7 wins and have 4, oh no, my bad. He got 8 wins and he'll have 3 losses because 4 losses against Calm AFC. So he'll be 8-4. And the Ravens are 8-4. So, right, they'll have the same thing. They ain't play each other, so you know what's going to come down to? It's going to come down to points. Right. They're going to be the same, so it comes down to points. Ravens score 572. Chargers score 481. So BAP will be in over the Nah, no you don't, BAP. You got the same conference record as the Chargers. When the Chargers lose this week, he'll be 8-4 and you 8-4. Yeah, y'all gonna be tied. So again, it's gonna come down to points, and you got more points than him. So you'll be in over the Chargers. Now, so who's the 7th seed right now? Is it the Chargers? Who's the 7th seed right now? Let me go look real quick. Let me see who's the 7th seed. Oh, I'm bugging. I ain't even have to. Oh yeah. I'm bugging. The Chiefs. All right. Chiefs the 7th seed. Okay. Hold on, let me see something. So Chiefs 7th seed and the 6th seed is Ravens. Well, that's before he played. All right. So Dre definitely has to win. Hold on. All right, so Dre gotta win. If Dre don't win, let me see. Ravens, you now got how many losses you got, Bap? You got 6 losses. If Dre lose, he got 6 losses. So let me ask you this: because the way you see it now, who takes the 7th seed? Because if Dre, because Bap is already in, it's Bap is coming into this week. It's Bap and Dre, 6th and 7th seed. So if you're saying if the Chiefs lose, he's out, Bap will still be in. Then who's the other team that's in? Is it the Dolphins? Dolphins 11-6. Now we gotta look and see what G AFC record is. Unless G, I don't know if G played the Chiefs. Rico? Nah. We got 7 losses. Miami got 6 losses. What's G the AFC record? He got 8 wins, 4 losses. And I'm guessing I know he played AFC East team. So if G to win, he'll be 9-4. If he lose, he'll be 8-5. Dre is 7-4. If Dre lose, he'll be 7-5. And if G to lose, he'll be 8-5. He still have a better record than the Chiefs. But what I want to know is that the Chiefs and Dolphins play each other. That's what we got to go check real quick. Did the Chiefs play the Dolphins? Don't see the Dolphins. Yeah, that's what I think. Claude. I'm looking to see if they played each other. Nah, they didn't play each other. So, yeah. If Dre lose and Miami win, Miami gets the 7th seed. And Bat will remain the 6th seed. Right, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, Dolphins will get the other spot. So, and honestly speaking, the question is, let me see. Let me look at Lowski for a minute. So to be honest with you, this is an incentive game. This is an incentive game for Lowski because Lowski's in no matter what. So this is an incentive game for Lowski because technically Lowski doesn't have to play this game. You know what I mean? All right, Dolphins won. Yeah, so if Dre lose, Dre is out. You know what I'm saying? But this is an incentive game for Lowski. Lowski's in. He doesn't have to play, but if he plays, he's going to get something for playing, and he'll get a little more for winning. You know what I mean? So that's that situation. So Lowski's in no matter what. Dre needs to win. You know, yeah, Lowski can give Dre the force, but it's just a matter of he want to. You know what I'm saying? I'll let him know he got an incentive game. You know, if he want to put Dre out, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, we go from there. So the only team that can catch Dre, because Dre will have 6 losses. The Chargers going to have 6 losses. He's going to be out. Yeah, Miami. Miami is the only team that can catch Dre. So, and the crazy thing is my boy Dre, I tell you, I seen Dre lose way more games when the spotlight is on than win. So the odds is not looking good for Dre right now. Right. But Lowski will still be in, which means that Miami will be out and Bat will fall to the 7th seed. Yeah, no. Lowski will have a better record than Bat. Bat, yeah. He'll go to the 6th and Bat will go to 7th. If Lowski lose, Dre wins the division. Because you notice Lowski don't have no letters next to his name. You know, he's in the playoffs, but he don't have that Y next to his name for the division. So if Lowski lose, he drops to the 6th seed and Bap goes to the 7th seed. If Lowski wins, Dre is out, Bap stays the 6th seed, and Miami gets the 7th seed. So a lot of stuff, but like I said, Dre winning percentage is not good at all in big moments. No lie. And the last couple of Mads that I remember where Dre had big games, he's way under 500. You know what I mean? Dre, one of them guys that talk a good one, but when them bright lights come on, see, everybody don't perform. Everybody don't perform good when them bright lights come on. You understand? Like when them bright lights come on, it just hit different. You know. So this is a big time. This is a big time game. It's the biggest game of the year for Dre. Let's see how he respond. He been saying this about Lowski, saying that. I'm not saying that Dre can't win, but I'm just saying, you know, in the big game, you think just a little more. You know, you have the tendency to overthink. You know, so I'm just saying, man, we gonna see. We gonna see how this thing shake out. Now over here in the NFC, the 7th seed right now is the Niners. If Niners lose to Relly and Vikings win, Vikings get that spot. I'm the 6th seed. Giants is the 4th seed, right? It's the 1 seed. That's the 2 seed, 3 seed, 4th seed. No, I'm bugging. 1 seed, 2 seed, 3 seed, 4th seed. Yeah, Giants got the 4th seed. I'm the 6th seed. If I win, I go to the 4th seed. Giants drops to the 6th seed. I'm in regardless, even if I lose. I got the division. I got the tiebreaker over the Vikings. Now here's the interesting part with the Vikings. If I beat the Giants, the Vikings have the tiebreaker over the Giants because the Vikings beat the Giants. And the Giants will drop to depending what the 49ers do. You know what I'm saying? But that's a tough situation to be in because this ain't going to come down to NFC record because I don't think the Giants played the 49ers. You know what I mean? But if Big Game James win, I got the tiebreaker over the Vikings. So that's the crazy part. The Vikings got the tiebreaker over the Giants, but I got the tiebreaker over the Vikings. Rocket, to be honest with you, Rocket looking like he might be the odd man out because he got to play Relly, and he hasn't beat Relly in a while. This is the biggest game of the season for Rocket. Him losing to Lowski last week hurt big time because now that put all the pressure against an opponent that he hasn't beat in a very long time. Rocket desperately needed to win that game against Lowski because now if he would have came into this season, to this week with 5 losses, as you can see, even if he lost to Relly, that he would have dropped to 6 losses, he'd still be sitting pretty. But now he has 6 losses, and 7 losses is not going to get him in unless the Vikings lose. You understand? Because you can clearly see if they finish with 7 losses, 49ers is over the Vikings. So if Rocket lose to Relly and the Vikings win, Rocket is out. So Rocket is in the same position that Dre is in. Is win or go home. Translation, wild card weekend starts week 18 for the 49ers and the Chiefs. Both of them have to win or they both eliminated. I tell you one thing, I like Dre chances way more than Rockets. You know what I mean? Right, Claw. The thing is, right, Rocket at one point was undefeated for a while. He was 6-0, right? He was 6-0, and now the final game of the season, if he don't win, he's eliminated. Y'all always hear me talk about it ain't how you start, it's how you finish. And this is a clear-cut example of that. Rocket started off 6-0, you know what I mean? And now here he is at 10-6. Not a terrible record, but one more loss will get him eliminated. Again, the game for him to win was last week's game against Lowski. That game is devastating. Now, again, when he just played Relly a few weeks ago, it was a close game. Relly pulled it out. So it's not that I expect him to get trampled over. But you know, when you constantly losing to the same person, you pretty much find ways to lose faster than you find ways to win because it's in your head. It becomes mental. You understand? I don't like Rocket chances in this one. I think what he cannot do is take that loss from last week into this week. He got to forget about that loss against Lowski because I know he feeling the way about that because he been talking crazy to Lowski and he lost. So you know that loss is bothering him. So he got to shake off that loss, forget about that, and focus on the task at hand. Because even though he lost to Lowski, if he win this game, he's in the playoffs. So he got to have a short-term memory. He cannot come into this week thinking about last week's results. He got to lock in, get ready to face Relly, and, handle his business. Relly don't have a Y next to his name, which means that if Rocket win, let me see something. Does Rocket win the division? Record? No, I don't. What's Rocket record in the division? 4-1. If he win, he'll be 5-1. Relly will be a 5-1. All right. So what's the conference record? NFC wins 9-2. He'll be 9-3. If he lose, Rocket will be 9-3. Wow. No, Rocket will be. If Rocket win, he'll be 10-2. Relly will be 9-3. Oh, okay. So yeah, if Rocket win this game, Rocket win the division. So he got to forget about the game against the Raiders. He got to focus on the task at hand. He win this game. Not only is he in, he win the division. So big time game. But this is a playoff game for Rocket, not Relly. If Relly lose, Relly's not eliminated. Relly's not eliminated. Or is he eliminated? Hold on, Relly. Because here's when it gets interesting. If I lose, I'll be 11-6. But I got the tiebreaker over the Cardinals because I beat the Cardinals. So he won't jump me. Now, the Vikings. Did the Cardinals play the Vikings? I'm going to check that in a minute. What's the Vikings NFC record? 7-4. All right, so even if Relly will get in over the Vikings. All right, so Relly's in. Relly won't miss the playoffs. He's in. It's just a matter where he win the division. You know what I mean? But man, so that's it as far as the games that's got to be played. You know, that matters. My game against the Giants, Relly and Rocket, and Chiefs and Raiders. If I'm missing anybody, please let me know. You know, yeah, that's about it. That's about it. Yeah, it don't matter, really. I looked at the NFC records. You had a better NFC record than him anyway. You know what I mean? So yeah, you was in regardless. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. I ain't even know that, but just looking at the NFC record, he got a better NFC record. So yeah, Relly's in. Relly's not playing. This is not a playoff game for Relly, but this is a playoff game for Rocket. So, this is a playoff game for Big Game James. Cause if Rocket, and here's the twist. Right now, Big Game James and me is tied for the division. If Big Game James lose, he don't have the tiebreaker over the Vikings. The Vikings jumps over him, and if Rocket beat Relly, I believe Relly have the NFC record over the Giants, or do he? Let's check it. Giants record in the NFC 7-4, right? So yeah, so Big Game James, if he lose and Vikings win, Big Game James is out. If I lose, I'm still in because I got the tiebreaker over the Vikings. So this is a playoff week for the Giants. This is a playoff week for the 49ers, and this is a playoff week for the Chiefs. As long as I've been doing these leagues, I'm here to tell you somebody's going home week 18. I ain't gonna say everybody, but somebody's going home week 18. And it's just a matter of who. But I just wanted to jump on real quick and explain the incentive situation. Norm, you definitely will get something. You ain't getting much, of course, because you're in the playoffs. You know what I mean? But you'll get a couple of attribute points. That's about it. But nevertheless, good win. I know that got to feel good getting that win against BAP at this stage in the season. Remember, playoffs is about who go in the playoffs hot, who goes in with momentum. You understand? That's what it's all about. You click at the right time, trust me, you can go in and make some noise. The way things is looking, the way I see it, if playoffs don't start tonight, it definitely will be starting by tomorrow. Definitely. But we're going to see how this shake out, but couple of teams, wild card is week 18. Now, right now. Winner go home for 3 teams. Niners, Giants, and Chiefs. Fifth quarter, we'll be back at y'all wild card weekend. And I'm going to see y'all on the next go around. I'm out.